That's volume. That's the buyers and the sellers. And the other thing, you got to learn how to sell a stock as well as buy a stock.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Go to my podcast, YouTube, and Rumble every day. That's philsgang.com. What, are you nuts? Coffee's up 92%. Lumber's up 67%. Heating oil, what, 60%? Gasoline, 55%. I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, boydinvestigativegroup.com.
License number A1900020.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day?
That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026. Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
You're not alone. 80% of those in the stock market, just like you, lose money. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Why do they lose? Because they don't know how to short stocks in down market. That will change once you use my patent Pro 2 color-coded chart. It works. The technology works. And it not only gives you an edge on the upside, but Pro 2 will put a smile on your face on the downside. That's right. Check it out. Free 10-day trial at philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
The market could roar as long as we had no central bank related news and we got good earnings from quarters from companies like Nike and FedEx.
Really, this is the same guy who said last Thursday that from that date forward, stocks would have nowhere to go but up. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Well, this is it. We're getting close to the end of the Christmas rally, but we're Santa Claus. Where's Santa Claus? How are you going to get a Christmas rally? Are you kidding me? I told you it would not happen. You can get a short covering rally. We had a little bit of that, but it's going to give it all back, and it has. Because no longer is the Federal Reserve using their stimulus power. Remember, they had such stimulus power, it was incredible. It would keep stimulating the stock market by printing massive money, borrowing money. In stimulus, they wouldn't tell anybody this. Stimulus inflation is one and the same. So I'm looking back on this year, and I was thinking, and I said to my Marta, my wife, I said, if you really think about it, the two biggest lies this year from this crime syndicate, when I say crime syndicate, I'm talking about the four largest investment banks, J.P. Morgan, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Citi, USB, Congress, they're part of the crime syndicate, the swamp. Oh, the Federal Reserve, they're on top. The Oval Office, like Biden, rotten to the core, no moral sense about the truth. Or financial instability, which now is a bigger problem than inflation. And everyone starts saying on the fake business network, oh, this is it, the bottom's in, October's the bottom, and everything's going to be just fine. Going into January, we're going to have one hell of a rally. The market's going to get stronger in January.
In a general sense, I think the overall market, we're in a trading range. Despite everything that has happened so far this year, we're only down 15 or 16% a year. I think the market could actually get stronger through January.
Wrong.
A market can't get stronger when the Fed stimulus power has stopped. And the power stopped in November of 2021. It's gone. It's amazing how Wall Street and the fake business network, CNBC, Fox, Bloomberg, how they just fool everybody. They're so clever, they can keep the truth away. They really can. This crime syndicate is something. As I said, the two biggest lies this year, we're not in a recession. And that one I really love, not in a recession. Are you kidding me? And of course, the other is the recession, inflation, transitory. But we're not in a recession. Now, of course, if you ask somebody like Yellen or Powell or who make 250 or Bernanke, who make $250,000 for an hour speech, they don't feel any inflation. They don't feel it. But what about the people, the real people? We have a workforce, about 163 million people. 72% of those people make $50,000 a year. Let me say that again. 72% of our workforce makes only $52,000 a year. $50,000 a year. 72%. Now the 30% or 35%, this is unbelievable, make $35,000 a year. Ask them if there's inflation. Ask them. When they go to the gas pump and still gasoline is up 48%. Even now, 48% since last year. Heating oil is up 80%. Groceries still up 10 to 13%. Ask them if there's inflation. Ask the person who's making $35,000 or $50,000 or $60,000. My God, less than $100,000. Ask them if there's inflation. That's who you go to ask. They're always asking. Wall Street guys are making $400,000, $500,000. What am I talking about? $400,000. That's a tip. $4 million, $5 million. You're asking the wrong people. Because when a person's making $50,000 or $35,000 a year, and prices are going up, he feels it. He feels the pain. You know why he feels the pain? Because his disposable income is shrinking. And see, he wanted to buy that extra toy for his kids. They can't afford it. They don't have disposable income. See, they don't have assets. They don't have stocks and commodities and artwork. They don't have that. Their income, fixed wages. You want to feel something? Be on a fixed wage. Prices going up. And your disposable income's going down, and this Christmas you wanted to get that one extra toy for your kids, and you can't do it. Or you wanted to buy that coat for your wife, and you can't do it. Ask them if there's inflation. That's who you go to. Go to the air conditioning guy. Go to the bricklayer. Go to the contractor. Go to the real Americans. Go to the truck driver. Ask him if there's inflation when he goes to fill up that tank to go across country. Ask the drywall if there's inflation. When he's got to pick up that drywall and that bill keeps going up and up and up and he's getting squeezed. Ask him if there's inflation. See, the one reason that Yellen and Powell lied, and they said inflation is transitory, when they knew damn well it wasn't, they know it was getting worse. See, they were saying, hey, we're going to fight inflation, keep raising rates. But they knew they weren't raising rates enough because they weren't raising rates over the inflation. And at the same time, when they're raising rates, home mortgage rates were going up. We're doubling. Oh, and they're fighting inflation? They know damn well inflation's getting worse. And they know damn well this market is going to drop another 20 to 30%. If it drops 20, 30%, then thank God you're lucky. We hope the market only drops 20 to 30%. We'd be blessed if it drops 20 to 30%. I would like to have somebody on Wall Street tell me how it's not going to drop 20 to 30%. When the Fed stimulus power of QE is done, and it's been done for almost a year, starting in November, or it is a year, November of 2021, for a year. And you can't get across either. You can't get across. People don't even think about it. They don't think about it. They don't say, wait a minute, what's going on here? How come the crashes we've had, the two of them, after they dropped 31%, after they dropped 30%, 31%, went right up 12%, 133%. But this one, we're down almost a year, it's not even up 12%. What is going on?
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners and shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners and shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners or shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Merry Christmas from Phil Grandy and everyone at Phil's Gang. This Christmas, give yourself the gift of knowledge. Join Phil's Gang and navigate the market with confidence. Here's Phil Grandy.
And thank you for listening to our show. My name is Steve Celeste. I'm the Director of Education for philsgang.com and the Phil's Gang radio show. And I just want to take this time to tell you how to join the 10-day free trial. It's as simple as going to www.philsgang.com. On the top of the site, click Get Started. On the next page, click on the big red banner for the Working Investor Plan. And that's all you have to do. And also during this time, during this holiday season, I invite you to go to our gift shop on the front of our site where you can order gift certificates for your family as well, for your friends, for your employees. Spread the knowledge. That is the best gift you can give anybody. Also, the webinar that Phil and I did on how to get through this market crisis is also available on the gift shop. So you could share that as well as a holiday gift. I appreciate you again for listening, and back to you, Phil.
And thank you, Steve. I'll tell you, you join the gang, and when you go to one of Steve's classes, you'll learn more in one class than you learn at Harvard for a whole year. Believe me. The sad part about the stock market, they don't tell you how it works. They keep telling you, hey, listen to this. This is unbelievable. Listen to this. If I can find it. Right here.
The consumer is just really still very strong. They have cash balances at the banks that are 30% above where they were pre-pandemic.
That's a total lie. That's a total lie. But that's what they do. That's a total lie. They had 30, remember, during the pandemic, when they were writing checks left and right, get the one program, you got $1,200 check. Another program, you got the $1,400 check. Next program, you got $1,200 per kid. Next program, you got another check. My Lord. They didn't have to pay their home payment. They didn't have to pay their rent. There's moratorium. Cash was building. $32 trillion in cash. Unbelievable in savings. It dropped to $6 trillion. You know where it is today? Only about 2% of it is left. 2% of it's left. That's it. All right, let's get to why I'm telling you the market is going to go down another 20 to 30%. When we started this 2008, after 2008 crash, you got to understand what happened. Every crash before that, we would always take and put the market or the economy in a recession because it was important to put it into a recession. Because by taking the economy and putting it in a recession, and it's painful for about 6 to 8 months, but you get the balance, you get rid of the debt, and you clean up all the balance sheets, and you get rid of the excess, and you clean everything up, especially companies. At the end of that recession, it's like a big spring cleaning. And when you come out of that recession, you're so strong, and jobs grow. And we did that 14 times, and it stopped. It stopped in 2008. Why? Because remember, when you do a recession, after we got 10 trillion. Remember, we wiped out $10 trillion in equity in the stock market and at home. And the first thing you have to do is the big boys. They got to Wall Street. They got to come in and invest trillions and trillions of dollars into business investment. So as soon as you have your crash, you have your recession, clean up the balance sheet. Now remember, the earnings are destroyed. Earnings is everything. That's how your stock goes up, is earnings. But there's no earnings. You can't move your stocks back up. So you have to start the slow process of first investing trillions of dollars into business investment. And from there, that's where you start increasing productivity. And then once you start increasing productivity, you start increasing savings, start increasing wages, you're increasing jobs. It's a slow process. And then finally, people get healthier. They start spending. Remember, when they start spending money, that's how the economy grows. But it takes anywhere from 3 to 5 years. But the 1% and the 1/100th of 1% are owners said, no, we're not going to do that. It's too long. It's unacceptable. But you know who really said it was unacceptable? Our new president, Obama. Obama, that's right. Obama said that's unacceptable. And Biden. Because why? Because when they were on the campaign trail, remember what they did? They promised to expand. If you elect me, we're going to expand the welfare state. Remember the Obama phone? We're going to expand the welfare state by $10 trillion. So that's why they decided not to take and go into a recession. So they decided, okay, if Obama's going to do that, then here's what we're going to do. We're going to play a trick. We can move the stock market up as high as we want. Here's what we're going to do. Let's say you got a stock selling at $35 a share. And the company owns, I'll just do it for easy for my own math. Got 500 shares at $35. So the company has outstanding that you can buy and sell 500 shares at $35. So what do? They go in and they print money and they turn around and buy treasuries so the interest rates go down to zero. Now the Federal Reserve hands that money to one of the 5 biggest banks, investment banks, and the investment bank loans the money to the company, to the CEO, so he can buy his own shares. So he goes in, the money's not costing him anything. He takes the 500 shares and he goes in and buys back his own shares. So now there's only 400 shares outstanding. 100 shares are gone. He bought them back. They're off the market. So what happens? When you got less share, earnings go up. Without profit, earnings go up. And then earnings push up the stock price. That's why this was a crime. This was a crime for years and years. Think what they're doing. They go in and reduce the amount of shares. That artificially pushes up earnings without doing anything, without profits, and that artificially pushes the stock price up. Soon your stock price went from $35 to $235. It's all fake. Are you kidding me?
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners or shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
I signed up, and I've learned an incredible amount from Phil and Steve. The staff at Phil's Gang give platinum-level service and stock recommendations. You know, it's as simple as that. At the end of a month or so, I've always been in the black. Phil's Gang is a class act. I'm happy to be a member.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. You can be a successful investor in the stock market by knowing what the market is going to do.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. God, you go nuts listening to these shows on TV, you know, Kramer, any of them. I mean, they're giving you total garbage. Garbage in, garbage out. One day they tell you, buy this stock. Next day, don't buy this stock. Then you have two people on the show. One guy saying buy it. The other guy says don't buy it. So the question is, what the hell do you do? Well, we don't have questions here at Phil's Gang. And they never have to ask the question, what do you think the market's going to do? My members always know what the market's going to do because they've learned how to follow the money. That's right. Follow the money. You don't follow fundamentals. You follow the money. And what is that? That's volume. That's the buyers and the sellers. And the other thing, you got to learn how to sell a stock as well as buy a stock.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Go to my podcast, YouTube, and Rumble every day. That's philsgang.com.
Short on time, but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
What are you, nuts? Coffee's up 92%, lumber's up 67%, heating oil, what, 60%, gasoline 55%. I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com.
Merry Christmas from Phil Grandy and everyone at Phil's Gang. This Christmas, give yourself the gift of knowledge. Join Phil's Gang and navigate the market with confidence. Here's Phil Grandy.
Welcome back to Phil's Gang. I want you to listen to this closely, why the market's going to drop 20 to 30%. We should pray that that's all it drops. Okay, the Fed has that stimulus power. They stimulate the stock market. And how do they do that? Through massive borrowing and massive increase of money supply. They print money to buy treasuries to get interest rates to zero, give the money to the companies, and they buy their own shares back. When the shares just keep, what happens is, remember, every time they buy their own shares back, so if you got a company with 5,000 shares, goes down to 1,000, 4,000, 3,000, 2,000, stock goes up, stock goes up, stock goes up, and because what happens, every time you reduce the amount of outstanding shares you have, earnings go up without profits, without doing anything. That's why this was illegal at one time. So the more they go in and do stock buybacks, and they've been doing it for 13 years, it's only supposed to be for about 8 months the most, stock prices would go up. So a stock at $35 after 13 years up to $235. But something happened on the way to the market in November 2021. The stimulus power is gone because the problem, what they're doing is that stimulus money, that inflation is one and the same. And because they didn't want to raise rates above the inflation, we're at 8%, they didn't want to raise rates 9%, 10% to fight inflation. Because remember how the wealthy make money and how Wall Street makes money. Because they're the asset class. They have a lot of assets. And the assets keep going up as inflation goes up, including the stock market. So that's the answer why. Why in the hell aren't they raising rates to fight inflation above the rate? If you have inflation at 8%, shouldn't you be having the rate to fight it at 10, 11, 12? Yeah, but they want the inflation. But here's the problem. When that stock over the years went from $35 to $235 over 13 years because of that trick, which once was illegal, keep printing money, zero rates, CEO borrows the money, no cost, he buys his own shares back, earnings go up, pushing the stock up. Earnings go up, pushing the stock up. Now it's stopped. What's that stock going to do? It gives it all back. It's like a whale stops breathing or a shark stops breathing. For 13 years, these stocks are so overvalued, when I'm trading them, I have nosebleeds. But they're not going to tell you the truth. They're not going to tell you that. They don't want you to know that. Because you know why? Because you would join my gang and start shorting these stocks. And that's what we do. We short them. This is a fabulous opportunity. You can't have all this debt. Remember all this debt they created. We're up $31 trillion in debt. Your debt to income, any country shouldn't have more debt than income. The debt should be under 60% to income, the ratio. We're at 113%. In other words, at $30 for every $1 we borrow and spend, you get back $1.30 in growth. You know what we're doing now? We're getting what? 33 cents in growth. You can't grow anymore, so we can't grow anymore. And now we're stuck with the stock market. The reason this market hasn't gone up for a year, when you look back in the two previous crashes, the 2018 and 2020, when they both dropped, they went right back up. They went right back up. One went up 133%, another one went up 54%. But this one isn't doing it. So understand that. The only reason the stock price went from 35 to 235 because they played the game of printing money, and now all that printing has caught up because of all that inflation. They had to stop. So the Fed stimulus power stopped. So they're trying to hold this market up. When they're going to pull the bid out of this market, you watch. And then this market is going to take out the October lows. Because these stocks are so overvalued, after playing this game for 13 years, there's no place for them to go except down. That's why you don't see the big institutions participating in this market. And then they sit and lie to you all day long. I mean, just think of our debt-to-income ratio. It's not 60, it's 113%. That's crazy. Our stimulus power is gone. They shut it off. In fact, they're taking $95 billion a month out of the liquidity, out of the stock market. Are you kidding? So the two biggest lies this year, we're not in a recession. Are you kidding me? Don't ask the guys out of Wall Street making 20, 30 million if they're in a recession. Ask the guy who's making 72% of our 160 million labor force. Ask the guy, the 72% of that 160 million labor force who's making 50,000. Ask him Or how about ask the 35% of our 160 million labor force is making 50,000 a year. Ask them if there's inflation. Damn right there's inflation. Damn right there's inflation. So that's the problem we have. But it's been but the opportunity's been huge. On the way up, if you missed this rally on the way up, I mean, this was a big rigged rally. How beautiful it was. A company didn't have to make money. They just had to buy their own shares. So if they went from 5 million shares, and if they start out with their stock was at $50, they had 5 million shares. Now they got down to 1 million shares, and the stock is no longer 50, but it's at 550. That's what's been going on. But now it's like the chairs, right? The musical chairs. There's no empty chairs now. But that means you got a hell of an opportunity if you just listen. I'm begging you, just learn how to sell short. It's not hard. We teach it every day to our students. And that's why when you see stocks go up and they're trying to push the stocks up, telling you buy in a dip, we buy them, but we sell into them. Then we turn around and short them. I'm telling you, you're not going to, nobody believes it. Listen to this. This is unbelievable. Listen to this crap.
I think there's a small sliver of hope for a Santa Claus rally.
Really? Well, take a look at the S&P. It went through up to 200-day moving average, and it had a hole, and it fell. It went up. The first time it went up through the 200-day moving average was back here on December 1st. They tried it again on December 13th, and it failed. And when you're below not only the 200-day moving average, but the 50-day moving average, go look at Enron. See what happened to Enron. And see what happened to the S&P at the same time when they're under the moving averages. Now listen to these people here. Here's another one. These people are nuts. Please join my gang.
I don't think you should write off the Santa.
No,
I won't again this year.
Yeah, may come. Yeah, may come this year. Yeah, I'm waiting. I'll sit under my Christmas tree. I'm waiting. Listen to this idiot.
Jobs are strong, wages are strong,
oh, yeah.
and the economy's strong.
Oh, yeah, that was today. That's today. Are you kidding me? Wages strong? How can you say wages are strong when inflation outpacing wages? He's just a born liar. Listen to this.
I see the consumer cracking. Like I mentioned, the high levels of debt, the low levels of cash balances. Just saw data that 24% year-over-year increase in 401.
So he sees the consumer cracking. Let's see what Kramer thinks.
The market could roar as long as we had no central bank-related news and we got good earnings from quarters from companies like Nike and FedEx.
All right, now what about wages?
Jobs are strong, wages are strong.
Please join my gang, philsgang.com. It's unbelievable.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativegroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Warning. Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60-70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the .com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days, philsgang.com. Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Want the truth when investing in the stock market? Here's how.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Listen to my radio show every day because that's where you're going to get the truth. You're not going to get the truth listening to these dopes on Fake Business News Network. The other day, Kramer said, don't listen to the banks. They're giving you wrong information. When he told you to buy Merrill Lynch, remember? And what happened? They went broke.
Get the truth at philsgang.com.
Join my gang, philsgang.com. Get the truth. And also listen to me on my podcast on YouTube and Rumble. That's philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here. And it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
Merry Christmas from Phil Grandy and everyone at Phil's Gang. This Christmas, give yourself the gift of knowledge. Join Phil's Gang and navigate the market with confidence. Here's Phil Grandy.
I think there's a small sliver of hope for a Santa Claus rally.
The 1-2 combination this morning has us down testing a very important 3,800 level in the S&P. We may have to put Santa Claus's face on a milk carton if that happens.
How many times I tell you that this Christmas rally is not going to happen? Just go look at your chart. Just look at my chart, my Pro 2 chart. Show me there's more money coming out of the market than going in. Why? Because there is no more stimulus power coming from the Federal Reserve where they can give the CEO of a company millions of dollars interest-free to go buy his own stocks. So instead of having 1 million shares outstanding, he'll have 500,000 shares. That pushes up earnings, unearned increment. He's done nothing. It went up. Earnings went up only because he reduced the amount of shares outstanding. Then the stock price went up. And that's what you're buying, a fraud. This was illegal at one time. No more. Take a look at the S&P. It broke. It's below 2 key supports. That was what Art was talking about. And now what they've been doing for the last 5 days, they've been holding it right above that 3,800 on the S&P. They're in there with glue and duct tape, and they're putting in steel I-beams, and they're doing everything they can to hold it there. They're buying options. They're going and buying future options. They're doing everything. But they forgot one thing. Christmas is over. There's no Santa Claus for this market. You're going to make money when this market drops. Now, if they come in to save the market, the only way they can do it is go back to QE again. And these idiots may do it. But that's okay. We'll make money on the way back up. Now, what's going to happen if they do that? Inflation is going to go nuts. And we're not going to be in, we're going to have stagflation instead of inflation. Why? Because the first thing people cut is labor. So the economy is slowed to nothing. Remember, we had negative quarters, 2 back and back. The only reason why we had a third quarter go up, the fourth quarter go up a little bit, is because because our crooks, the president and his son, were taking money or taking oil from our reserve. Can you imagine? And selling it to their buddies in China, and that helped to cut back on our trade deficit. So that moved up the economic growth just by a hair. If you took that out, our third quarter and fourth quarter would have been negative. It's the game playing. It's unbelievable. Look, our owners know what they're doing. Okay, they know what they're doing, and I'm telling you, they're sitting there. And the reason we don't see the big boys here, and why the big boys are gone, they know what I know. It's over. We had a 13-year ride of buying their own stocks. Think about that, how great that was. Just keep reducing the amount of stocks you have outstanding. You don't need profits. You don't even have to open up the doors. You can close your business down. Just keep on buying, keep reducing the amount of outstanding shares. And that will automatically push up your earnings without having to have profits or sales. And that'll automatically then pushes up your stock price. What a wonderful thing. But it's a fraud. And here's the thing. All the big institutions knew it. Wall Street knew it. Congress knows it. They all made a fortune. But they're gone now. Watch what happens after the holiday. Watch what happens after the holiday when they pull their bids out. There's no way to save the market. You know, this market hasn't had a real correction in 13 years. Sure, we had that one little correction. We had that little tiny correction back in 2018, went down 31%, but it shot right back up 133%. Went down 16 weeks, down 21%, and went up 54%. We had the other one went down 5 weeks, 31%. Okay, and that shot up big time. And now we're in our 47th week on the way down, October, but we can't get it. We can't get a rally out of it. There's no rally out of it. Look, the only way you're going to protect yourself, and if you're in a 401k, you're dead. You're just dead. Your fees are going to kill you. There's nothing you can do. You can't short in your 401k. You're going to get slaughtered. But there is, you can, though, if you want. You can open up another account and you can short. You can short so that at least you hedge yourself so you're not losing money if you want to do that. It's a sad thing how they got you in these 401ks. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So the inflation that we are going to see when we start next year, the new year, it's going to be incredible. Incredible. Because remember, they're not fighting inflation. They're not fighting it. And so because they're not fighting inflation, watch the mortgages on these homes going up. Do you see the numbers coming out for the housing? Unbelievable. We've never seen so little people pulling permits. Never mind just a permit. You got to build a permit. You go in, you give them your blueprints and all that, and then when they approve that, you go get the actual construction permit. They're dropping now worse than they were during the housing crash. And the reason why it's going to be worse than the last time, okay, remember, is because these houses went up in 24 months, 42%. 42%. Look what's going on in the automobile, subprime loans. Automobiles. The defaults are left and right. But this is good news. You don't have to sit there and be fearful. When the market starts going down, we'll just short it. And that's what we've been doing. It's not hard. If you join the gang and you join for 10 days, it's free. You don't have to pay anything. You don't have to pay a thing. And at least when you walk, if you decide not to stay with us, you'll have learned how to short. You learned take Toll Brothers. It was at $71, right? So we started to short it around actually $68, okay, and then we got out around $52. That's a 23% profit. Then we turned around the same stock and we bought it around 43, I think it was 43. We used 44. 44 is now $50 or $51. So we made money shorting. We made a 24% return shorting Toll, and we made a 16% return going long. See, that's why you only need to have 5 stocks. If you got 5 popular stocks, that's all you need, because you let the opportunity come to you. You just wait for the setup for the short. You wait for the setup for the long. You don't need to be going and looking for these hot stocks. They give you new stock every day. Kramer gives you new stock every day. That's silly. 80% of you lose money because you're looking at too many stocks. You look at too many stocks. Professionals don't have any more than 5 or 6 stocks. Some professionals only trade 1 stock. Why? Because they can short the other side of it. Once you short, it changes your trading life. Your life changes. Your investment life changes. It opens up a whole new world. But people won't do it. Here, take like the spiders right before it closes. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take the spiders and I'm going to put on the spiders. Let me just get up here quickly for everything goes to hell here. Spider. I'm going to take the spiders and it's right now the spiders is around 382. I'm going to put it in advanced order to sell it short at 372. At 372. So it's at 382. I'm going to do an advanced order to sell short. So if it goes down and hits it, goes through, we're making money. If it doesn't, we don't lose any money. How's that? That's a pretty good way to short, isn't it? So if it breaks 372, 3,720, then we'll add a lot of shares. But in the meantime, today, we'll just set it up. So if it breaks, what did I say, 372? Yeah, 372. 370, that'd be a good place to put an advanced short. Isn't that nice to know that you can take a stock or like the spiders, the S&P 500 stocks, the ETF, and you can set it up so in the next couple of days, if it starts selling off, you automatically start making money. But if it doesn't break through in the next couple of days, you don't lose any money. Please join our gang. We'll show you how to do that. Once you understand shorting, look, buying stocks is the easiest thing in the world. And by the way, shorting a stock is easy. If you have the tools, you know what you're doing, if you understand how the market works. And with our Pro 2 color-coded chart, it's never wrong. So check it out for 10 days and see if I'm feeding you a bunch of BS. It's never wrong. You've got to learn how to sell short. Stop listening to Wall Street. See you on the charts. Have a great Christmas.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600.